Today, American Sports Cavalcade presents coverage of the Daytona 125 Supercross by Honda from Daytona International Speedway in Daytona Beach, Florida. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Daytona 125 Supercross. I'm Steve Evans. If you happen to think the 125s are the lounge act of Supercross, you couldn't be more wrong. These athletes, mostly in their middle teens, ride with a hunger and an abandon seldom seen in motorsports. And they do it for a variety of reasons. A, it's a lot of fun. B, girls think it's cool. And C, most importantly, win some races, keep your nose clean. You might land a big, fat factory contract.
Hey everybody, thanks for clicking on to Whiskey Throttle Media here. Really cool project today that brings up a lot of old memories. I'm here with my buddy Craig Decker. It's been a long time, but he and I have been racing together. What did we decide, about 30 years, 31 years?
Long time, all the way through.
I've been chasing this guy since I was like 10 or 11. And anyway, fun to be back and do some laps. Our buddy David Allen built this really cool 94 CR125, a Honda of Troy replica. And I just wanted to kind of pick your brain about not only what you thought of riding that, but kind of what memories that brings back from that season. And you had kind of said earlier you don't remember a whole lot from that year.
I don't. I mean, there's some little snippets that I remember. Obviously, one of them is my dad worked for me. We were working out a box van, so that was cool.
He was your mechanic that year?
Yeah,
okay.
Last year. Yeah. So that was fun. We did all the races together. I had a good Supercross season that year. I was the first full season. And I think I ended up, all said and done, tied for second with Pedro that year. So it was a solid year. And then outdoor, I think we were just talking, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I finished 10th in the series. That was either 94 or 5. But yeah, so it was solid, good start. And then that led into a good ride the following year.
Yeah, and you were riding with, who was it? We said Yezik and
Kehoe. DeHoop.
And DeHoop.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that team went on, you know, for a long time. I think maybe, I don't know if that was the first year, maybe 1 year prior. Maybe it was a smaller operation the year prior.
Yeah, they went on a long time. Yamaha Troy, and yeah, Phil did a good job.
So, and I remember in that era, I was a Suzuki Sport guy in '94, and I remember thinking, man, those Honda of Troy bikes are good. So I don't know if they were, what do you remember from that time? Like, obviously they were pretty competitive.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were on good equipment. I never felt like I went to the race like dreading it. I think we were competitive bikes. I was obviously getting good starts in Supercross and, you know, Hail Mary over the triples, but we were getting it. I mean, yeah, it was good equipment. I can't complain about that.
I don't think people understand the stress of getting to third gear before the face of a triple.
Yeah, there was always one, right? One was okay, and then there was one, we'd stand there and go, all right, we got to nail this corner if we're going to make this. But yeah, that was, and even after riding this today, I mentioned to Dave, I said, I don't know how we did it.
See what the Honda riders do this time. Well, it looks like Lamson pulled it off.
Oh, and there's trouble right there in turn number 1 as you see a rider down.
They're a lot of work.
Yeah.
What was it like getting back on this thing?
It was, I mean, it had been, 97 or 8 since I've ridden a 125, so it was an eye-opener. It was tough. Never in the right gear, busy shifting, busy clutching, and so yeah.
You try to roll it on just a little bit through a turn and you just fall over.
Yeah, there's nothing.
A little bit soft maybe on the shock today for you? Looked like?
Yeah, actually that's a funny story too. Dave brought this stuff to my shop and I freshened it up for him, did some valving, and so got to ride it full circle here.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that's what you do now, Enzo. You've got an Enzo shop here in Texas.
Yeah, full-time suspension. Yeah, doing track support and retail stuff. I do take care of Club MX and the amateur Yamaha team.
Okay.
So we're busy.
Where do people find you? Do you have a separate website from Enzo, or is it all?
No, we share a website, enzoracing.com. Yeah, address and phone number, everything's on there.
Cool. Well, it was fun just riding around a little bit. I got to kind of follow you around on a different Yamaha bike, and man, I was smiling in my helmet as I'm watching you struggle to get that thing up to make some horsepower, and I'm back there kind of squirreling around in the sand myself. It's pretty fun to be able to, 30-some years later, do some laps together.
Yeah, really cool. I haven't seen you in ages, and yeah, to get to ride, that was really cool.
Yeah.
We should try to do it more.
Well, we should. Life gets busy. This is how it is. This is everybody's plight. You get into this sport, like a job in the sport, because you love it.
Yeah.
And then you're so damn busy you never get to ride.
Yeah, I rarely ride. I mean, I was telling you April was the last time I rode, so it's few and far between, but I love it when I can get out.
Yeah. Well, thanks for jumping in on this. Obviously, we had to have you here. This is your bike, you know.
Yeah, it's super cool project. I thank Dave for it. I've actually hinted around about him selling it to me, so we'll see what develops.
Ooh, stay tuned. Maybe there's a purchase on the horizon.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us, Craig. I appreciate it, bud.
Yeah, thank you.